Casey at Night will start in 30 seconds. And now, introducing Casey Carter.
I got what you need, I got what you want, I got what you need. Tell them giddy up. I got horses in the back, trunk in the front, exterior red and that inside buttercup. I got what you need, I got what you want, I got what you need. Tell them giddy up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Casey Carter.
It's Wednesday. Woo! You have no idea. So I was just in Puerto Rico for my birthday. Literally got off the plane yesterday evening. It's been a long day. I've been up since like, I don't know, 3:45, tossing and turning, um, missing just so much I had to get done today. And this is probably going to be, don't tell boob tube, but this is probably going to be the highlight of my day. You have no idea. This is going to be the highlight of my day right here, right now, because I've got my special co-host today. Not a guest, she's a co-host. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend, my
Ooh, that
Thelma
was
to
a
my
good ass
Louise.
haircut.
Okay, right? Right?
Oh, that was a good haircut. Oh, that was a good
Yes.
one.
Yes. Yes. People, Ella motherfucking Dorsey, boss babe, um, the Thelma to my Louise, the Louise to my Thelma. I don't
She's
know.
back.
I don't know.
She's
She's back.
back.
She's back. And if y'all recall, by the end of the show, girlfriend was loose. Okay.
First of all, happy birthday.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday. We'll be
Thank-
celebrating next week.
Yeah. Listen. Listen.
Yes.
I'm hey Kelly. I am I had a good ass time in first of all, I was in Puerto Rico. If you didn't see my Instagram, I was in Puerto Rico. And I was telling Ella earlier I had to go back and revisit some posts now that I'm not drunk anymore. So wait, here we go. Here we go. Guess who, Ella?
Uh-oh. What do we do?
Uh,
Listen, what do you say? If the glove doesn't fit, you must have quit.
must have quit something. I don't know. Yeah. But and I'm like, we ain't even doing anything yet. So actually, Ella,
Yeah.
I let me back up before I say we didn't even do anything yet. So I bought Lorenzo a Father's Day card, and hold on, I bought it with you in mind, Ella. You'll love this.
Uh-oh.
You will love this. Where's it at?
Because we all know I have no sense.
Can you see it?
Wait. Yes. I mean, he just be sitting back in the cut
Mm-hmm.
like Polly from Goodfellas, but I can't call him Polly. So
No.
Papa's like the next best thing.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
so
nobody
when I
fucks with Papa.
listen, okay, and let me tell you what the card actually says. The card actually says, um, a great guy to have on your side. Hello,
Exactly.
hello.
He don't move unless he has to, unless he gets the green light.
Ah, let's not talk about green lights, okay? Let's not, because Papa, aka Lorenzo, was in law enforcement for like a million years, and he's over the course of time shared a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Well, Papa, aka Lorenzo, was taking shots with me. And if you know anything about Lorenzo, he don't even do shots. So, hmm, that was a big deal. I gave him baby shots, but
He was real comfy.
I gave him baby shots of vanilla flavored Crown. So it was easy to go down. anyway, anyway, he
Adorable.
was giving me details on some of the law enforcement tactics that he used. Like I had heard stories, but he was telling me stuff that I was like, I I don't think that's well, he ain't there no more. I don't think that's legal. I don't think you can do that. That's the kind of stuff he was doing. He's that guy. He's that officer. The one that told you that you better not be here when I come back, because if you are, you're gonna get done. Yeah, he followed through. I'm just saying. Don't sleep on Lorenzo.
Mm-mm.
Don't.
And I love how we have people calling him Papa now.
Yeah, girl. Okay. I thought he was gonna kill us both when that girl called him Papa after you had walked away, because I was like, she don't even know
I,
Ella. How does she know?
I did my job. I did my job.
You put it in the atmosphere, as they say.
So it's all about branding, like we
Yep.
talked about last week.
There we go.
It's all about
It's
branding.
all about branding. There we go. We have now branded Lorenzo as Papa.
That's right.
Anyway, before I forget, like I was mentioning, I went back to look at some of my birthday wishes from over the weekend, and I just want to give a very, 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 very special shout out to Exotica, who posted it all over their socials. Which the first one I saw, I was like, oh, and then it went from Instagram to Facebook to Twitter, and then at that point, I was like, oh. So I really appreciate all that love. That was really super, super kind of you. Totally unexpected and greatly appreciated, because the next day they were tweeting happy birthday to, Christy Canyon. And I'm like, I'm not even on that level. So, ooh, okay. Thank you. But anyway, um, so I wanted to share this one specific Christmas. Whew, I'm ahead of my time right now. This one specific birthday gift. Um, so a few years back during COVID, a friend of mine, she got me drinking tequila. We would go out to Bar Taco. She'd drink tequila, I'd drink vodka, and she'd be drinking tequila straight. Like she chased it with a lime. Okay, like that's how straight she was drinking this tequila. I eventually um, tried it with her and was like, oh, that's cool. She bought me a bottle of Casamigo, and it sat for months in my house. And I eventually drank it because I got to a point where I'm like, I don't feel like going to the liquor store to buy anything. So let me just go ahead and drink this liquor. And I realized I actually kind of do like tequila. And that initial bottle was Blanco. And then I moved to Reposado. And then hanging out with Tayomi. Tayomi is a tequila drinker, and she also prefers the Reposado. So whenever she would come to do my show, and because she's one of the few people who actually insists on sitting next to me to make me look like a little girl, because she's a fucking Amazon for real, we've got our little Reposado or champagne, whichever one I happen to have at that time. Over the years, I've become somewhat of a tequila connoisseur. And a few months back, my daughter says to me, hey, Megan Thee Stallion has a line of tequila, and let's get it. So she and I each bought a bottle. Well, we were gifted the bottles. Let me be honest. We were gifted the bottles. We got a Reposado and we got a Blanco. Now, we got these two because they're in different colored bottles. This is the bottle that I have.
Ooh, that's pretty.
And look at that top.
That's really pretty.
Yes, it is called Chicas Divertadas. Her bottle is shades of blue and purple. She took the Reposado, left me the Blanco. It's all right. It's all right. I ain't gonna be mad. I know where she lives. I can get that sip when I need it. Then then I just was stumbling through some high-end magazines and looking at various liquors that they were advertising, showcasing, and I came across this. I can't even get it
Oh, okay.
green.
Doesn't it have
It
like a bell on top or something?
it's like a just like a it's not a bell.
Oh, okay.
So each one of these bottles is hand painted, and you can see this actually is got a sign, somebody's initials on it. And this is Clase Azul. It is a ceramic bottle, hand painted. I don't know when I'm gonna actually open it, but super grateful.
You should totally open it.
Yeah, I got to figure out decide when, because
Yeah. Yellow.
I don't know. But anyway, I just wanted to share that I have become this tequila connoisseur. Hint, hint, out there in social media world, the
Y'all
world.
get her tequila. Good tequila though, not the cheap shit.
Not
Get her
no
the good stuff.
reposado, please. Don't give me the blanco. I know I got this one, but I got it because the bottle's pretty. So I'm just saying, just saying.
Tequila makes
And
me fight.
tequila makes you fight.
Yeah.
Oh, Papa, we
I
ain't getting
can't
the
do
bubbly. We getting tequila.
tequila.
We getting
No,
tequila.
because my mouth is vicious and I'm
Girl, your mouth
already
is vicious
like,
without tequila.
it's worse.
All right,
There's
well,
just certain things where I'm like, probably shouldn't drink that. Might go to jail.
that's tequila.
Fight. It's either fighting or fucking. It's one or the
All right, well, we're gonna move on.
other.
We're gonna move on.
Which is why I stick with champagne.
I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless.
I'm just saying.
Ah, Papa said I'm taking notes.
Don't-
Oh
oh my goodness.
shit! I need to write this down my damn self.
I'm sure somebody did.
Uh-huh.
Who
I'm.
is she going to fight? She's about to fight somebody.
That's not even the one I'm wondering. I'm like, who's she gonna fuck?
Oh my goodness, I'll never tell.
Mm. And you know what? And I appreciate it. You don't need to tell. It's all right. You don't need to tell. But let's get to the point of why we're here tonight. So listen, I don't know if Ella is gonna let me tell because I didn't ask, but Ella is writing a couple of articles. Ella, tell them what you're writing about.
Uh, various how to's. How to suck dick, how to eat pussy, what is foreplay, how do you JOI, stuff like
Mm.
that. I've kind of like low key turned into like a poor Carrie Bradshaw. So I'm looking for my Mr. Big, but somebody less toxic that's not married.
Mm. Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been writing articles like that.
So she shared a couple of them with me, and it reminded me that back in the day of Casey at Night, I used to do these episodes where it was eight how to do this and five how to do that, and I had so much fun doing those. And I thought, huh, Ella's in this space right now. Let me go on ahead and bring girlfriend on as a co-host so we can go over some of my favorite topics. And the first one, the first one I want to start with is five signs you have BDE, and that's not a sexually transmitted infection. That is five signs you have what is known as big dick energy. And no, we're not talking about Pete Davidson. I don't know what he's got going on, but I'm not interested in finding out. But I was very fascinated with this when they first started talking about him having big dick energy, because all I see is geek when I see him. Now, that doesn't mean that he doesn't have it, but that wasn't the first thing that struck me. So I was fascinated to kind of learn more about how they're defining this energy, because, they also say that the folks that are melanated are stereotyped to have big dicks. Now, not necessarily always 100% true, but it's a stereotype, right? So I'm like, let's dig into what folks think big dick energy is. So, first on there is you don't need to explain yourself. Your greatness speaks volumes on its own. And let me tell you, because this is from the article that I got it from is written down there. And this is what the writer says. Whether it's having a huge cock or running a multi-million-dollar company, those with big dick energy find themselves speaking less about what the special assets they possess simply because it's their presence that does the talking. They don't need to constantly remind everyone of their power. They simply embody it every day of their lives. Thoughts, Miss Ella?
Um, I mean, everybody hates a one-upman,
Mm,
you know. So those people that are sitting back in the cut that are like, yeah, that's cute, they don't even have to say anything. It's just their energy. You already know they are dealing with something or have something better than the person that's trying to one up them or whatever, you know.
yeah,
So sometimes the quiet ones are the more powerful ones.
that right there. That right there. Because I'm going to be honest, the ones that used to run their mouth nonstop, I would think, please stop talking. Please stop talking.
Hmm.
I like, and here's what's crazy because they could quite possibly have a big dick, but all this talking, mm.
I don't care at that point. Like, I'm turned off. At that point, you're one of my homegirls. At that point, I'm be like, hey, sis.
Ooh, ooh, not even friend zone. You're my homegirl.
I don't want a chatty Cathy.
Damn.
Who wants a chatty Cathy? Who wants somebody that talks about, I mean, granted, we all talk about ourselves or whatever, but who wants somebody that is going to talk about themselves and talk about what they have and how great they are when their actions speak way louder, you know?
Exactly. Because you do wonder, um, you do wonder what is really going on when you got to
Right.
talk
What are you
so
compensating for? Why do you have a Cybertruck?
much.
What do you Right. If you have to advertise, yeah, exactly. It's
And
like, and it's also like begging. Ew.
yeah, and because you are more intrigued by the dude sitting over there not talking. Like when you see a bunch of guys out together and there's that one dude that's running his mouth nonstop, and then there's that other dude who's literally just sitting there, leaned back, sipping on his drink, and you're kind of like, okay, what does he have going on? Like
Hmm.
what's happening over there? So
Yeah, I'll go talk to that guy,
yeah,
especially if he smells good. The other one, I'm assuming, is like a fan.
dude, don't even talk about the smell good. That's not good.
Secret weapon.
It is. It most certainly is. Okay, let's move on to the next one. You influence people without even trying. So the author says simply being your authentic self directs the movement and flow of important conversations, events, and change. You rarely have to change who you are to get the job done. In fact, you are who you are is a pivotal part of what makes you so influential. So,
It's like, oh, go ahead.
no, no, go ahead, hon.
It's like they have almost like an unshakable calm in chaos
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because these people that have BDE are also natural leaders,
Yes.
you know.
Mm-hmm. And
So
and
yeah,
let me just say that um, even though the term is big dick energy, and there is this assumption that these people with these traits have a big dick, it is more about the energy than it is the actual physical what have you. Because a good lover is a good lover. 'Cause
Exactly.
that's all I'm gonna say about that. But I do agree. They are this calm in chaos. Is again, it's the same with the dude who's not talking. You've got the motor mouth in front of you,
Mhm.
but you can't help but look over at the person. Not either they're not talking or their body movement is so contained that all of the activity around them makes them stand out because they're not hyperactive.
Their energy is louder than everybody else in the room. That's
Right.
why. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
So
here for it.
every day, all day, every day, all day. Up next, you show rather than tell. Those with BDE are usually humble in a sense that they don't always advertise what they possess unless necessary. They prefer to show rather than tell. That's why, in the traditional meaning of the term, BDE could refer to a boyfriend who's never once mentioned the size of his dick, but once you see it, you're pleasantly shocked.
It's more like a, oh, thank God. Don't bring.
OMG. She did not say that.
I'm playing. It's not about the size, it's about how it's used.
Agreed.
So,
Agreed.
yeah,
Agreed.
yeah, it's about how it's used.
Because and let me say this. If I get in trouble, I just have to take my lickings. But there are sometimes folks use their size as a means for being a lazy lover because they feel like the size is enough to do what needs to be done. And I'm here to tell you, you don't even have to penetrate a woman to bring her to orgasm. So don't let your size fool you into thinking that's what's doing it.
And all the condoms are the exact same size. Just saying.
Check. Okay. Your confidence is unparalleled yet calm. You thrive in self validation. You're not overly boastful, but that doesn't mean you're not somewhat cocky, pun intended. The difference is you have full confidence that what others call arrogance is justified. So, really, it's just confidence. Your life is evidence of who you are and what you've achieved. You think very highly of yourself, but you also have the shit to back it up. I'm going to say this. I I think that description falls in line with everything that we've said from a woman's perspective of what this guy looks like in the room. That again, he's not a big talker. There's not a whole lot of talking, and for me, even the way they say what they say,
Hmm.
there's a certain way they will come up to you and talk to you that just seems to further enhance this idea of what is this? What am I experiencing right here, right now? And I would agree, they're not arrogant, but they're definitely confident to the point of borderline arrogant. And that's not to say that some dudes with big dicks aren't arrogant, because I think in those cases they probably have no personality, so they have to have that big dick.
I think for me is it's also kind of a playful confidence
Mm-hmm.
because not only are you a leader, you have some sort of like intelligence. So obviously, like my sapiosexual self is already like radars are going off. So I mean, people call me cocky. People call you cocky. I don't think you're cocky. I think you're confident.
Very much so.
I feel like it's the people that have an issue with the people that carry this quiet, calm confidence are the ones that don't have as much confidence as they should.
I would agree with that wholeheartedly because, again, it says you thrive in self validation. And so I feel like I'm telling myself I'm worthy and deserving and all of that. So I don't have to wait for someone else to tell it to me to
Hmm.
I don't even need you to validate for me what have self validated. I'm good. You can be in the room, not in the room. I'm good. And here's what's interesting
Right.
about that. That energy, when it walks into the room, it changes the atmosphere. You have been places where someone walked in, you didn't necessarily like see them walk in, but you felt something. And so you turned to look.
Hmm.
That's that energy. That's what we're talking about. Their physical presence literally electrifies a room, and you will watch them walk around, talk to people. You'll look at who are they talking to, how are people responding to them. It is very much a thing, very much like, and I dare challenge you, the next time you're in a room with a lot of people, whether it's a restaurant, a party, a club, or whatever, just observe people's energy, observe how they do what they do.
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay, up next is, you're not easily rattled by the opinions of others. You're not afraid to take risks, and you always channel your energy back to your highest good. So it says you remain unbothered by the limiting beliefs of others, the limiting beliefs others try to impose on you. So long as it doesn't harm anyone else, you do what you want to do and you don't entertain any questions about it. Now, let me say this to you. I read all of these and was like, can I say I have big dick energy? Because I certainly feel, I feel all of this. Like, I see myself in all of those things.
I know I have big dick energy. Why do you think I have a daddy hat and a shirt? Like you got to remember I'm 5'4". I'm dealing with a lot of people bigger than me. And so I have to like assert myself, less scrappy do, more like
He said, let's
drill
scrap it
sergeant.
too. Okay, and let me just say this. I jokingly said I feel like I have big dick energy. I'm not
You
gonna lie.
do.
Because Ella just said she's 5'4". Depending upon who's measuring me, I'm 5'4" and a half, 5 feet. If you've ever seen me at Exotica, I look huge. Huge.
Towering.
And I'm gonna tell you, yes, I have on 5 inch, 6 inch heels or whatever it is, but it's not the shoes, it's the energy. Because the minute I take those shoes off, you're like, oh my God, you're so small, you're so short. I know you think it's the shoes that you're digging on. No, 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 no. And it's not even the big tatas. It's the energy. I project big, really big. Like, and if I told you I was only 5'4" and a half, you'd be like, you're lying. No, boo boo. Mm-mm. Nope, sure am not. Project big, big energy.
I've seen it.
so, so yeah, I found this to be a quite interesting article. Because still, I think when we hear big dick energy, we still are always making it about the size of someone's penis. And trust you me, it is not simply the size of someone's penis. Granted, I think those with monster cocks or big dicks or whatever do have a certain characteristic, but it doesn't have to be all of that. It is literally about how you carry yourself, that energy, that confidence, that level of confidence.
You know who has BDE and actually has BDE?
Who, Ella?
Girthmaster. He is so nice. and so quiet. And like, I haven't met him personally, but I watched him and he commands the room and everything. But he's so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that you said, like, and he's known for his girth, I guess. But yeah, it's really funny, and he's really tall too. So it's really funny. Yeah, he got lucky. Yeah,
Okay.
he got lucky in the genetic lottery. Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen. For those of you who think you've got big dick energy, let us know. Post in a comment.
I
Post.
would love to know. And if you need me to tell you if you do or not, I am here for that as well.
And so it begins. This is how we fall off the rails. Okay. I'm so glad. And let me tell you, I had to debate where in the order of these things that I want to put the
No,
various
this is good.
topics. I love this one so much. I had to put it first. But
I knew this one was going to either be first or last.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
Mhm.
And I didn't want to run out of time, so I wanted to make sure we're gonna do this first. Now,
Yes.
I want you to also know though, there is also big clit energy. We gonna circle back on that one day, and I'm gonna have you back for that, Ella, because
Because I got that too.
yes, I'm here. I'm here to tell you. I am most definitely here to tell you it is it's written up a little different, but it's got all the same meanings.
The same thing. Yeah.
All the same meanings. All the same meanings. Okay, so we're gonna take a break before we go to the next topic, which is 8 sexy questions you should ask your partner, or something to that effect. But I also threw in some questions you shouldn't ask. So we're gonna talk about that after we come back. Wait, hold on. I gotta get the right set of commercials. Hold on.
Watch Casey Carter and her co-host, Carrie Anthony and Desiree on Exotica TV's BoobTube, Wednesdays at 9 p.m. on YouTube and Twitter at Exotica TV. Join the ladies each week as they talk about what's hot and what's not on TV, streaming, and in theaters. Don't miss them and Jay, the man behind the sound effects. Wednesdays at 9 p.m. on Exotica TV. What could possibly go wrong?
So I just remembered I did that promo back when Jay used to produce the Bluetooth. Jay ain't been on in a minute. So Lorenzo, we're gonna have to update
Hi,
that.
Jay.
I mean, we've been blessed and he's popped on this year a couple times, but yeah, we're gonna have to redo that. So but anyway, so our next set of topics, or our next topic rather, is another one that I kind of enjoyed, because I I firmly believe good sex starts with communication. It's not whether or not specifically you're a good lover. It's not if you got BDE. It's communicating. It's being able to have a discussion about what you like, what you don't like, what you want to try, what you don't want to try, what your limits are. And I've got a coworker who I tell all the time, please stop saying never. Stop telling me you will never do something. It's okay if you don't do it today, but you
Yeah.
never know when you're going to meet someone who you're comfortable with, and you are now willing to try that thing that you had not tried before you met this person. Because I think a lot of us um, do that. Oh, I'm never doing that. I'm never having anal. I'm never sucking dick. I don't eat pussy. And I just want for all you fuckers who say that last one, but
I never thought I was going to get spanked in public, but
y- you never know. You never know. And let me tell you why I insist you never use never.
yeah, you never know.
You never know. But don't limit what pleases you. Do not put a limit on pleasure. You have no idea what you are really stimulated by until you give it a try. And sometimes you may try something and decide, oh, I don't like that. Or sometimes you try it with that person and don't like it, but you try it with that person and it is the best thing in this world. So please, if you use the word never in your sexual vocabulary from this day forward, stop doing that and just say, today, I don't do that. Because I promise you, you're going to meet the right person.
Or I'm not there yet.
I'm not there yet. You're going to meet the right person and you're going to want to try some shit. And there's another segment coming that's, tips on how to get what you want in bed. So we're gonna go there, and we're gonna do this one first. And this one is 8 sexy questions to ask your partner, and some you should not. So let's run through some of these real quick. So I just posted some of them, or 4 of them. And hold on, so you can see us here. So here are these questions. Um, Do you like to kiss during sex? Where on your body is your favorite place to be touched? What was your most embarrassing sexual experience? And what's your favorite place to be kissed? How do you feel about these, Ella?
I like it. A little vanilla, but I like it.
So
But it's starting. It's a slow burn. It's a part
that's
of foreplay, so I get it.
that's the thing. That's the thing. Because
Because you
some
can't
of
just jump right in.
right, some of us are very sexually free and
Yeah,
we can go to the hardcore, but some of us are
right,
not. Some of us aren't comfortable talking about sex.
right,
Um
right.
And so you got to start somewhere.
Somewhere.
You
Yeah,
got to start because you will be surprised to find out some people don't like to kiss during sex. Some people don't even like to kiss at all. And you may not realize it until it's too late. Let me say it that way.
right. But also based off of how they answer the question and their level of comfort, with you when they're sharing will also let you know if they're willing to like push limits like, okay, I can ask this next question. I can like,
Right.
you know, but if they're like getting squeamish based off of this and okay, got to
Mm-hmm.
take things a little bit slow.
Slower. Right. And
Mhm.
this is why you have to ask, say, these vanilla questions,
Mhm.
as Ella would say.
And I like vanilla.
Listen, I think it's a great place to start. I think it puts
Yeah.
everybody in a comfortable place. Um and sort of a jump off because if you're in the beginning of a relationship, you don't want to go too far. You don't want to say the wrong thing or ask the wrong question. And in a
Mhm.
second, we're going to go to what some of those wrong questions are. But like as Ella said, these questions here on the screen, embarrassing sexual experience, favorite place to be kissed. Do you got a favorite place to be kissed, Ella?
No, I just like it. I don't care as long as it's on me. Just don't mess with my feet. I'm ticklish.
See,
But yeah,
I'm ticklish too, but nobody. I don't know. Maybe it's me, but nobody tickles anymore. Hey, Jason. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Um,
that was a kink at one point.
it still
Tickling.
is. It still is. Um, Jet Setting Jasmine and King Noir. Jet Setting Jasmine is
Hmm.
a known tickler. And if there was anything I could put on a wish list, that's I'd put on my wish list to be tickled by Jasmine.
I'm so glad you can tickle me.
got these. I was gonna answer the question of what's your favorite place to be kissed. I actually like my neck. Like,
Yeah, I'm like, just don't leave marks and I'm good.
it, yeah, I'm not in high school anymore. But I like, I don't know, and I don't know what it is, but like if you do it right, and I'm not opening this up to the public, so chill. But if you do it right, like it will buckle the knees. And so this is why I know I like that. But Ella mentioned that these questions are very vanilla. So some of the non-vanilla or more advanced questions were, do you have any fetishes? When it comes to BDSM, how far have you gone or would go? Do you prefer to take control or be submissive? And do you like to be spanked? Well, we know Ella didn't mind that one time at band camp.
It was King Noir and Jet Setting Jasmine. I'm not going to say no to that.
Yeah, they're prepared.
Yeah, I'm not going to say no to that. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, that's a that's a whole nother thing. So now let's talk about what you shouldn't ask. How many people have you slept with? Have you ever made a sex tape? What's the best sex you ever had? And when did you first have sex? Now, I didn't think the last one, that one right there, I didn't think that one was that bad. But from my own personal experience, when those other questions were asked and answered, and typically it's me being asked and me answering, it all of a sudden would get thrown back in my face at some point. And I'm like, listen,
Yeah,
don't ask me a question you can't handle the answer to. And so at some point I became a grown up and stopped answering questions like that and just telling people flat out, you don't really want the answer to that question. So let's not do that.
I have one to add.
Okay.
When they ask you if they're better than your ex,
See,
why are you
why
trying to
the
compare
fuck
yourself?
would you ask that question?
That's weird.
Why would you ask that
You
question?
want, because you want me now, you want me to think about, okay, I should be focused all on you, but now, okay.
You want to go and talk about some, because my thing is, and again, I got when I got to 40, I, I lost all of that politeness and was like, why do you want to fuck them? Like, why would you ask me that question? That's irrelevant to what's
Yeah.
going on right here, right? You should be more focused on making me happy, satisfying me, as opposed to trying to compare yourself to what I've done in the past. No two
Yep.
dicks are alike, no two lovers are alike. And since those people are no longer my lover, apparently it wasn't good enough.
And also, it's not a fair question to ask.
Yeah.
And I'm petty. You're not going to like my answer because I'm petty. Like, why would you even see you're setting yourself up for failure? That's like the people that go through people's phones. You go and find something you're not going to like.
That part right there. That part right there. If you go looking for
So,
something, and ladies, hear me clearly. If you go looking for something, you will find it. I promise you that. So make sure you're prepared to find it. What happened? No, that's so weird. It just everything just stopped for a hot second. But okay, so now some of the other things you shouldn't ask are, have you ever sent nudes of yourself? Have you ever slept with someone you worked with? Have you ever had an inappropriate crush? And have you joined the Mile High Club?
this one is just kind of weird.
Let me say, here's the one that I feel like is a setup. Have you ever sent nudes of yourself? Um, and there was another one, asking whether or not you've ever okay, that one. Have you ever made a sex tape? When I've been asked those questions, I felt like it was a setup, not so much to find out whether or not I've ever actually done it, but to figure out whether or not I do it with them. Because if I've done it with someone else, that means the options are open to them.
Right.
I listen, I'm not going to give you the opportunity to thoroughly embarrass me, to revenge porn. I'm not giving you that. Because I promise you, if I record anything, it's on my phone and it stays on my phone. But even then,
That part.
I'm not I'm not even sure I want to do that because I my phone can get found and whatever. But why would you ask me those questions lest you want to see if I'm going to give you that opportunity? Just saying.
Yeah. I mean, it's a valid point.
So, you have any suggestions for something you shouldn't ask your partner?
No, I think those are pretty spot on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like those were my like I said, my big one was like, don't compare yourself. That's just weird.
It is. It is because I think
You know.
I think you definitely set yourself up for failure on that because you then get it in your head. And we know for guys, once your mind drifts to some place, it affects your erection, it affects your ability to
Hmm.
perform. So, why ask for information that could potentially mess you up? Why would you do that?
Right.
You need to go back to, well, not even go back to, you need to get into the things we're about to talk about next, which are the questions for, I'm sorry, what was it? The next one was like 8 tips for how to get what you want in bed. I need you to focus on those kinds of comments. And we're going to take another quick break and we're going to do that last segment. Because, listen, like I said a little while ago, it's all about pleasure. It is all about getting pleasure, your partner's pleasure, your partner's pleasure, whatever your situation is. But we'll be back in a second.
On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Pray up. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up.
So, next week is pre recorded because I will be on my way to Miami to Exotica. We are, what is today? 18. We are 9 days away from the start of Exotica.
Oh gosh, I'm tired.
But I'm going to leave you with something so juicy, which is Duchess Cashmere. And if you are a longtime fan of Casey at Night, you have seen me do something called Tea Time with Duchess Cashmere. She is a spoken word poet. She is vicious with words. Um, and so I'm so excited to be able to give you that while I'm gone so you won't have a chance to miss me. And after that, July 2nd, I will have Parish Blair. If you don't know Parish Blair, I'm going to need you to go specifically to Instagram. She is, whoo, you ain't ready. That's all I'm going to say. She is an absolute sex goddess. For real, y'all. For real. So, next week, pre recorded with Duchess Cashmere. Do not miss that show. I'm going to have to break it up into parts. Um, but you don't want to miss it because that tongue, she is an absolute linguist. I mean, that tongue, it says and does things. I mean,
You like good tongues.
All right, Ella.
Hmm.
All right. I'm gonna need a minute to compose myself. Okay. All right. So I'm down to my last few minutes because it's Wednesday and I've got boob tube. So we're gonna we're gonna go through these next set of topics really quick. But um, I want to just quick to Jason. Thank you, Jason. It is always good to have you pop up on the show. I know I'm gonna see you at BoobTube, so we get to do this again. But Ella, I want to give you an
Yes.
opportunity to have some last words. I know we've got one more topic, but listen, you know, you and I have these girl moments, and
We do.
I'm gonna just say this: you know, you're friends with people when they say shit and you say shit back, and y'all just get into this shit talking conversation, and then when the
Just
conversation
talk a
is
lot of
done,
shit.
right? And when the conversation is done, it's like it never happened. Like I only have two friends prior to meeting Ella. I've only got two friends like that who I have said shit to them, done shit with them. It is some of what we've done. We don't even talk about it amongst ourselves. So, Ella.
All right. Shit Ella says.
Ah!
um, I think final thoughts, we need to stop hiding our kinks. I think that we need to be comfortable enough to share them. And if not, you really have to reevaluate who you're fucking because you should feel comfortable enough to be like, hey, I like my ass ate. And they should be, and if they don't like it, it's okay that they don't like it. But you should feel comfortable enough to have that conversation with them. So we need to stop hiding our kinks and we need to stop kink shaming. We need to stop yucking people's yums. That's my final thoughts. I feel like Bill Maher.
I like Bill Maher. But I want to thank you for that because that is another topic that Casey loves to talk about. Please
Me
don't yuck
too.
somebody's yum. Yo, what I like is my motherfucking business. I don't need you to
Yeah,
like what I like. I don't need you to approve what I like. But I certainly need you to respect that. And as I like to tell people, yo, if you like it, I love it for you. Okay? Like if
exactly.
it brings you pleasure and no one is harmed and everything is consensual,
Right.
have a good motherfucking time. And I
Exactly.
and again, I do agree we need to be able to spend more time talking about kink. We need to be able to have more feel comfortable saying to people, I I like to be tickled. I want to be tickled. I'm tickled.
And but also if you can't say it, there's all kinds of games out where you can play with your partner, and that'll help you to
Ease
be
into it.
comfortable enough, yeah, to have that communication. You have that communication, the sex is going to be better. And
Communication
so,
is key.
mhm.
It's absolutely key. And this is why this next topic that I'm going to run through, and I apologize, I'm going to run through it, but I'm going to run through it because you have to find the comfort in being able to talk to your partner about things. I remember once having someone, not even just one person, I had multiple people on Twitter share with me, and this is back when it was Twitter, but share with me some of their kinks. And I'm like, y'all know we don't know each other, right? Because y'all are going into full detail about some of the shit you like. And I had to come to terms with the fact that I was a safe space for these people. And that is why
Yeah.
they felt they could say what they said. And so we would have these conversations. I had someone who told me he liked to be, liked pegging, and he couldn't talk to his wife about it because it was just something she couldn't get into. And so he had
Yeah.
a masseuse who he would have this experience with. Um, I had another gentleman tell me about some of the things he liked, and you know, privately you may clutch a pearl, but for them, the response is, okay, tell me more. Why do you like that? What does it do for
Yeah.
you? You know, and I could tell it, just being able to talk and have someone respond positively made all the difference. So,
Hmm.
like I said earlier, in terms of never using the word never, I think it's the same with someone being comfortable enough with you to share their kink. Do not, do not yuck their yum, as Ella said, very, very poetically. Do not yuck their yum. Because you know what? You may miss out on an absolutely amazing experience.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. So,
Exactly.
last topic for the night. This one is 8 tips to get what you want in bed. Oh my God, this is literally what we were just talking about. Okay, so we're only going to do some of them. Um, I love how this works. So the first one is basically tell your partner something you want to change. This is a hard one. And let me tell you why this is hard. And this is from personal experience, right? Everybody comes to the situation with what they do, what their
Hmm.
usual, their stand, their standard, hold on, their standard operating procedure, how they do what they do whenever they're with who they're with. And let me tell you why it's important you find the comfort in telling them something you want to change. Sometimes dudes don't realize whatever it is that they did for her, whoever she was, that shit ain't working for you. But they are so fixated on what they do and how they do it and how other women have responded that they figure, well, I can just do that with you because everybody else got off. Let me share something with y'all. First and foremost, shame, shame, shame to the women who did not say that shit ain't working. Shame, shame, shame. And then for you fellas, don't get in your feelings if she tells you that ain't doing it for you. Because I'm going to tell you what did it for her yesterday may not do it for her today. Just listen. If
But
you're
there's
an, oh,
also,
go ahead.
you can say it like, if the girl's like, I don't know how to say it, how to like change it up or whatever, why not say it like it's a fantasy? I fantasize you doing this to me. Let's try this tonight or
Hmm.
whatever. You
Right.
know?
Because there are definitely ways of saying what you want without
Hmm.
without folks being in their feelings. But I'm asking you, please, please, fellas, ladies, don't get in your feelings if they ask you to do something a little different. And to Ella's point, you can say to your partner, "Oh, I love it when you eat my pussy like this." Or fellas, you can say, "Hey, when you're sucking my dick, can you do this too?" Right?
Hmm.
So give them positive reinforcement as opposed to, "I don't like it when you do that. It may have worked on your other girlfriends, but that shit don't work for me." Guess who ain't getting eaten tonight? Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh
But
my
definitely
goodness.
let folks know what is or is not working for you. Because here's the thing: if something is working for you, reinforce that shit. Because again, it's all about your pleasure. As Lady V would say, you got to get your nut, right? Like you got to get your nut. Your nut is valuable. So if you want to get off, make sure you are reinforcing the things that they do well and guiding gently, guiding the things that need to be tweaked.
Because, baby, praise kinks and direction will get you everywhere with me.
Everywhere. Listen,
Yeah.
direction. Remember Ella in the top of the show mentioned about JOI? Jerk off instructions? Motherfuckers want to be told what to do. They do.
Yes, they do.
You just have to
Yes.
find the right way to do it. And I'm telling you, present them with a fantasy. Tell them, "Ooh, baby, I love it when you do it like this." Ah.
Talk them through it. Talk them through it. Yeah.
Jerk off instructions, or I'm gonna just leave it at that and go to the next one. So our next one is Ella just said it. Email him your fantasy. So obviously this particular topic was directed at women, but email him your fantasies. Now, you don't have to necessarily email. You can text it. You can tell him the next time you're sitting around having drinks, eating dinner. Um, Listen, you're at the bar having cocktails, and you can lean in, put your hand on his knee, lean in, and say softly, "Oh my God, I would love it if."
Mm-hmm.
See if that check don't get paid instantaneously. I'm just saying. Just saying. We already talked about this one, so Ella hit the nail on the head on that one. Something you'd like to sample or try or do again because it just was. Woof. Don't be afraid to say it. Don't be afraid to say it.
Closed mouths don't get fed.
Say
They
it
do
again,
not
Ella.
get fed.
Say it again. They
Closed,
ain't hear you.
closed mouths do not get fed.
That part right there. Or eaten.
Right. Because I'm going to say something.
Which one I'm crying? And I know
Yeah.
some of you are shy. Some of you aren't confident. I'm a healer you right here, right now. Specifically to my sisters. And let me see, what is the next one before I say what I'm about to say? This part right here. Know what gets you off. Know what pleases you. Know where you like to be touched. Know how you like to be touched. If you don't like your nipples pinched, say that. If you like more sucking on your nipples a little harder, say that. Um, Sadie, I'm Pac-Man emoji. You are so cute. You need to tell them what's working, what's not working. But guess what? You're gonna have to first figure it out. Some of you, and Oprah, I was never a big viewer of Oprah's show, but she did a show that talked about the fact that a lot of us don't even know what our vagina looks like. We couldn't name the parts. Please, 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 please become familiar with your pleasure. Know how you like to be touched, and in order to do that, you're going to need to touch yourself. Don't be shamed. Women, we have been shamed about touching ourselves. Ella and I are here to tell you, touch yourself. Touch yourself right now as we talk about this.
I will touch myself as soon as I get off this.
Thank
As
you,
soon as
Ella.
we done,
Soon
I'm
as we
touching
done.
myself.
Well, let me hurry up for you. Let me hurry up. But and seriously, this is, I know we're keying about it right now, but this is girlfriend talk. Because dudes are
Yeah.
touching themselves all the time, regularly. Ladies, we do not touch ourselves. We don't know what our vagina looks like. We don't know what the parts are called. We're not even
Yeah.
really sure how that sucker works. Figure it out. Touch it. Just and
It's not shameful.
no, it's not. And I'm not even asking you to specifically masturbate. I'm asking that when you lay down tonight, just lay your hand on it.
Yeah.
Start with that. Lay your hand on it. Let your hand touch your bare vagina. Let it find its way. The lips, the folds, the moistness, the clit. Just lay it there. You ain't got to do nothing. Because I promise you, if
Yeah.
you lay it there long enough, you may do something.
Right. And nobody's telling you to squirt tonight or anything like that. We're just telling you to familiarize yourself
Touch it.
with your vag.
Touch
Just
it.
touch it.
It's yours. Shit. You need to know it better than whoever you let touch it.
You should be taking care of it. Yeah. Just
That's all
saying.
I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Jeffrey. Hi, Jeffrey. Thank you for being on the show. And Jeffrey says, I'm enjoying this. Maybe not as much as y'all. That's okay, Jeffrey. I love the fact that you're enjoying it. You don't have to enjoy it as much as us, but the fact that you're enjoying it, that works for me. I want you to come
Thanks,
back.
Jeffrey.
Come back and enjoy.
Please come back. We welcome you.
We want you to come over and over and over and over
And
again.
over.
Again.
And when you're done, you're welcome.
That part right there. Oh my God. Okay. So, Ella, thank you so much for having this grown up conversation with me. I appreciate you helping me revisit some of my favorite topics. I'm
It
definitely
was
going to have you
fun.
come. Thank you. I'm going to have you come back and do some of my other favorite topics.
Oh
Um,
my gosh, y'all. I'm a co-host kinda.
listen, listen, listen. Freaking frack, Thelma and Louise, whatever names he's going to give us, because, he's already in anticipation of whatever shenanigans we're going to get into in Miami.
Oh, just wait.
Uh, what? Jeffrey, what do you mean YouTube has your name wrong? Jeffrey, I'm gonna need you to come back. Listen, Jeffrey, I do a show at 9 o'clock called BoobTube on Exotica TV. I'm gonna need you to come over to that and explain to me why your name is wrong. Cause I'm running out of time and I gotta get ready to set up for that show. Jason, I better see you over there. That's all I'm saying, Jason. Don't be late. And Lorenzo, please show up over there as well. But in the
I'm
meantime,
showing up over there. I'm gonna pause on touching and go and support and then go touch after because
because
that's what true friends do.
thank you. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? And she's in California, so she's got plenty more time in her day to touch. That's all I'm saying.
Granted, I've been up since 4:30 this morning, but yes, you're right. You're
Listen,
absolutely right. We
look,
have to go and support.
that's what friends do. That's what friends do. And I'm gonna tell you this, girlfriend. If you was touching while watching, I'd never know. I wouldn't even be mad. That's all I'm saying.
You know, I might do that. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Will I see it on Twitter? Jeffrey, that's a good question. I believe you're gonna
I
see
think
it.
it's on Twitter.
It will be on Exotica TV on Twitter, aka X. I'm pretty sure. I should know. I'm just gonna say yes because
Jeffrey, if you're going to Exotica, you should come and say hi.
yes, you should come say hi.
Domina said that you should set a
Leave the
link,
link,
leave a link.
girl.
Smart.
Yes, and I'll be prepared the next time with the links.
Sorry, we were just excited about the topics. Our bad.
That's
We'll do
okay.
better.
We'll do better. And listen, I don't have any problems with somebody making a suggestion. Note to self: come with links the next time. I can do that. Thank you very
We
much.
got you. Thank
And
you.
to all of you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, Jeffrey, Exotica TV, do it. I'll be there in like 21 minutes. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Looking forward to seeing Ella next week. Looking forward to seeing all of you when I come back July 2nd. Thank you, Jeffrey. I know that last comment's got to be for both of us. I'm gonna take it on behalf of
Because
both.
we are.
Just saying. Okay. Okay, let me stop because I gotta go and set up for the next show. But thank you, thank you, thank you. One of my taglines when I used to do the show earlier was "I love you like a fat kid loves cake," and I do. So I'll see you. Ooh, and Sadie, listen, girl, I'm coming for you. I got to get you on a schedule. So I'm going to send you a message later so I can get you on the show so we can talk about what you do because you do a whole lot. In the meantime, peace out. See you later.
Bye, guys.